Today is Saturday, and I'm working on a sheet that will help me with Marvin, the dog. So I wrote down what I already know, which I've only met him, I think, once and knows from a distance, but I can already tell a lot. So I wrote down high energy. He's a Sheltie, which is a herding dog, and those two mixed together as a working dog. So he needs a job. And then the advantages is they have a treadmill, so that's very good. And then I wrote down all the things that I need to teach them and the dog. And so I cannot wait for tomorrow. Oh God. Okay. I'm very tired. So let me talk about what happened. So basically, sorry, I am tired. I talked a lot. I got there and I walked in, and her house is very similar to my house. And I saw her dog, and who was behind this mat that kind of electrocutes them, not intense, but zaps them if they go over it, so he doesn't run away. But they have that because boundaries. So I think we're definitely gonna work on boundaries next time. So we're just gonna cut off. I'm not gonna edit this part because I don't care and I'm tired. So deal with it. Basically, tired. So, I woke up at, let's start over, I guess. I woke up at 8 o'clock. My mom said that's too early, so I went back to sleep and I got up at 9:15, I'd say, 9:30. And I got dressed and I got ready, and I was ready in about 10 minutes because I barely take that long. So I'm now I have an hour and 30 minutes, just wait. So I waited and I waited and we got there, and she lives in my neighborhood, so I just walked to her house, but I didn't because it was raining. So I got there and I assumed her dog was going to be a lot worse than it really was. Her dog has some typical problems. He's a herding dog. He is a Sheltie. So Shelties are meant to be running around, meant to be herding, meant to be working. He is a working dog. So I was there and we talked about his breed and his energy level, and I worked with him a little bit. I went on a walk with him. I helped them with some things. It was a very beneficial time, and they said that they would like to pay me to work with them, and I was like, yes, I will. And I didn't want to ask for too much, so I asked for $50 every time. They also are paying me for the leash that I gave them because I want to help them. So I gave them the leash, I let them borrow my Cesar Millan book, and I'm soon gonna let them have my doggy backpack because my dog doesn't fit it anymore and Marvin needs it more than my dog does. So I'm very pleased with the way it turned out, and I am going to come back soon, and it is going to be very fun, and hopefully next time I can film. I didn't film a lot, but at all, actually, I didn't film at all, because I was very focused on what was happening. I'll get into detail right now about more of what happened, just for people that actually care. Marvin is a neurotic dog, and what I mean by that is he runs a lot around the backyard because he doesn't have a job and he has too much energy, pent up energy from every day. So he runs around a lot in the backyard. He barks at things that make no sense. He barks at the TV whenever it turns on. He barks at the doorbell. And he barks at random things outside that aren't even there. And that's half of it. The other half is more dangerous. He will be on a leash, and I experienced this 3 times. He will be on a leash, and he will see a car coming, and he goes crazy. And I have not dealt with that much intense energy, so it's very hard to work with. He he's a very intense dog. He has a lot of emotions. Emo. No, he's tense. He's a little bit anxious. He's definitely dominant, and he has a lot of energy that he wants to release. They have a treadmill, so I told them if you really want to work with his energy and his behavior, use the treadmill about an hour a day, if not 2 hours. So, I think, and then they said that it was very helpful, and so they want me to come back, but, some other behaviors that he exhibited, he does not listen to them. He does not listen to me. He definitely owns the house. Because, and also, oh, this is the worst. He will, whenever you try to pick him up. And it scares them because they think it's hurting him. It's not hurting him. Once I gain their trust more and I work with them more, then I'm going to work up to holding him. Because, that is a problem that he whines like that. We're not hurting him. Simply, and I've dealt with this before with other dogs, you have to keep holding them until they stop whining, because they're freaking out because they're learning how to manipulate you with their vocal sounds. They're learning that once they whine, you let them go. You put them down. So if you keep holding them while they're still whining, they're going to see nothing's happening. They're going to see that, no, nothing bad's happening, and we're not putting them down. So they're just going to stop. And then you win. You cannot give up. Because if you give up, then they're winning. But if they give up, then we're winning. So you want us to win. So then we gain their trust and we gain their respect. So I'm going to work with that more. Definitely going to work on the car situation because it's very dangerous. He will basically see a car and freak out and launch at it and try, and he'll be like, rah, 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 like, and it was crazy to see. I couldn't control it the first time and I couldn't control it the second time. It got worse. The third time, which was the last time, I corrected it properly, and he stopped. And he didn't bark, which was rewarding, but very, very difficult. So I'll definitely work on that more. He definitely needs help with that. And the other thing, I guess, would probably be, he's a very neurotic dog, so he's very, all over the place at once, and he needs a lot of stimulation mentally and physically, which is very important for a dog like him because he is a herding dog, so he needs that. And they said that he was perfect whenever she would walk in every morning, and it would be perfect. Then work started getting in the way, and so she started working instead of walking, and that's when the behavior started happening. And now every time she walks him, he's crazy. And I explained to her, when he was getting his walks, he was happy because he was getting his energy out. Once you stop, then he's getting pent-up energy every single day. It's just getting bigger and bigger, until you put him on a walk, and it's like, explosion. And then he has to find ways to release his energy. And, so that's why that was happening. And it was very, difficult to sometimes talk, because my mom was there in the first part when I figured out that he had the problem with the holding. And, my mom and their mom, they're all freaking out because they're not used to being told that that's okay that he's whining, that they feel like that it's hurting him. And I said, the doctors didn't say that the doctors say there's nothing wrong with him. I say there's nothing wrong with him. It's mental. It's mentally. He's manipulating you to think that it's hurting him so that he can be put down. He does not want to be held. But he's winning. He's learning how to use you to his advantage. Which sounds crazy, but it's true. It's what dogs do. They know how to get what they want if they're in charge, and he's in charge of the house now. So, he gets what he wants. And they also have a problem with, wanting food. So they think everything, oh, he's good, should we give him a treat? I'm like, no, you don't have to give him a treat. That's not the only, he's overweight, by the way. He's overweight. I explained to them the first thing I noticed, I said, I felt his side as ribs. I couldn't feel the bones. I said, but basically, you're supposed to feel the bones, but not see them. And I could not see them, nor could I feel them. So I said, he's overweight. And they said, that's true, that he is overweight. And I said, you do not, and they said that, and Bruna even admitted to me, that the doctor said that they shortened his, food, but she said that she doesn't think it's going to help because they're giving him so much treats because she's not listening, so they have to give him a treat to listen, which sucks. Because that's not how it's supposed to work. You're supposed to be able to say, do this, and they do it without a treat. So, I'm going to work on that. I'm going to train him a little bit. I'm going to definitely work on his behavior, and I will definitely help them with any other problems. I will probably be here, and also, they invited me to go to the dog park with my dog and his dog. I mean, their dog. And I'm so happy. This is so much fun. I'm so happy just being able to do what I love and, like, get paid for it. And to help people and to use my knowledge to other people's advantages. And, you know, being able to incorporate my dog with their dog and helping them. I said, you're welcome to have your dog over to my house because we have a big backyard and they can run around. And they said that you're welcome to come to our house and bring your dog. And I was like, that's awesome. And I'm so happy. But one other thing is I brought a doggy backpack because their dog needs it. And I was talking about this earlier, but their dog basically is a working dog. And he doesn't have a job. So he needs a job. I said, this is a doggy backpack. I will teach you how to use it and it will help you. And they were like, that is interesting, we'll try it. And so next time I will work on the doggy backpack, and I will work on the problems more on. So yes, that is my experience. And I'm sorry I wasn't able to film a lot, but it was really fun, and I'm really glad that I got to do it. And I'm really happy and satisfied with my work, and I'm so happy that I will be able to do it more often now, and be able to help people. And if you need any advice, or like you need, you know, any advice, if you have questions, comment them below. I will definitely answer them. I will help anybody I can because it is my passion, and I will help anyone who needs help. So if you have any questions, just comment them down below. Bye!